In the heart of a bustling African village, there were twin sisters named Zai and Amina, whose bond was so strong it could not be broken by time or distance. However, one Christmas, a tragic event separated them, causing an emotional rift that would last for years. This is a story of love, hope, and the magic of Christmas that brings them back together when they least expect it. Zai and Amina grew up in a small, tight-knit village surrounded by the vast African savanna. They lived with their mother, an esteemed herbalist known for her wisdom and kindness. Every Christmas, the family would come together with the village to celebrate the harvest and give thanks to their ancestors. For years, Zai and Amina had shared everything, from their dreams to their adventures. But one fateful Christmas Eve, disaster struck. Their mother fell seriously ill, and despite all the efforts of the village healers, she passed away in the night. Grief consumed the family, and the once inseparable twins found themselves drifting apart. Zai, feeling that her connection to the village was too painful, moved to the city, chasing a dream of a new life. Amina stayed behind, determined to honor their mother's legacy by learning her healing ways. Years passed, and though Zai thrived in the city, she never felt whole. The lights, the noise, the constant rush, it all seemed empty without Amina by her side. Every Christmas, she would send Amina a gift, but the two hadn't spoken in years. Zai often wondered if her sister had truly forgiven her for leaving, but her pride kept her from reaching out. Meanwhile, Amina became the village's most sought-after healer, revered for her deep knowledge of herbs and remedies. But despite her success, she felt a deep ache in her heart every Christmas. She longed for her twin sisters' company, for the laughter and the memories they shared. On Christmas Eve, she would visit their mother's grave, leaving flowers and quietly whispering, "Please bring my sister home." One cold December night, as Christmas approached, Amina sat beneath the baobab tree, a sacred place where her mother had often taught her. The stars shone brightly above, and the air was thick with the scent of the earth. As she closed her eyes to pray, she heard a voice, faint but clear. "Your sister will return when the Christmas star shines brightest, but only if your hearts are open to one another." Amina gasped. The voice was familiar, the spirit of her mother. She looked up at the sky, and there, in the distance, a single star shone brighter than the rest. The Christmas star. Hope sparked in her heart. She ran back to the village to prepare, knowing that this Christmas would be different. It was her chance to heal the rift with Zai. In the city, Zai woke up one evening with a strange feeling. It was as if something was pulling her back to the village. She had dreamt of her mother, and in the dream, her mother's voice called to her, "Come home, Zai. The time has come to heal." Confused and torn, Zai dismissed the feeling, but that night, she couldn't shake it off. The next morning, as if guided by fate, she received a letter from Amina, written in her familiar handwriting. It was simple but direct. "Come home, Zai. The Christmas star is shining brighter than ever, and I believe it's time to heal what was broken." Zai decided to take a leap of faith and returned to the village. The journey was long, and as she traveled through the dense forests and across the savanna, she couldn't help but think about all the years lost. She wondered if Amina would even want to see her after everything. As she arrived in the village, the familiar sights and sounds overwhelmed her: children playing, women singing, and men preparing the grand Christmas feast. It was as if time had stopped, and the village hadn't changed at all. On Christmas Eve, Amina stood alone beneath the baobab tree, gazing at the Christmas star. The night was silent, save for the whispers of the wind and the rustling of leaves. Suddenly, she heard footsteps. Her heart raced. She turned around. There, standing in the moonlight, was Zai. For a long moment, neither of them spoke. The weight of years of separation and hurt hung in the air. Zai, her voice shaky, spoke fast, "I'm sorry, Amina. I was so selfish. I thought I could run from the pain, but I ran away from you too." Amina's eyes filled with tears, but she smiled softly. I was angry too, Zai. But I've learned that the heart can only heal when we face the pain together. The twins embraced, the warmth of their love and forgiveness enveloping them like a blanket. Beneath the Christmas star, they made a vow to never let anything come between them again. The villagers gathered around the baobab tree, waiting for the Christmas celebration to begin. As Amina and Zai stood side by side, the Christmas star above seemed to shine even brighter. The twins, reunited, shared stories of their journeys, of the pain they had endured and the love that brought them back together. The village, moved by their reunion, erupted in joyous celebration. There was singing, dancing, and feasting. As the night wore on, it seemed as though the Christmas star had given the village an extra blessing, a sense of unity, of healing, and of deep, unconditional love.